Just two players in the entire history of football have ever done this. Not Pelé, not Maradona, not Zidane. Messi and Ronaldo have now each played in 6 World Cups. And the record they broke has nothing to do with goals, trophies, or even talent. It comes down to something simpler and far crueler: time. Here's exactly how it works. A World Cup happens once every 4 years. That is the entire foundation of why this is hard. One tournament, one window. Then a 4-year wait to see whether your body, your form, and your manager all agree you deserve another shot. Most players get exactly one of those windows. A talented few get 2. 2 is already a long career by football's standards. 6 is a different category of math entirely. To play 6 World Cups, you need to be good enough to be selected at 18 years old, and good enough again at 38. And, this is the part everyone skips past, good enough at every uncomfortable age in between, when your sprint speed starts arguing with your reputation, and nobody tells you to your face. That is not one achievement stacked on talent. That is a 20-year subscription that nobody else in football history has ever managed to renew 6 separate times. Here's the part that sounds obvious but isn't. Careers do not extend through willpower. Knees do not negotiate. Hamstrings do not care how many individual awards are sitting on your shelf at home. Most legends fade out by their 3rd tournament. A few stretch to a 4th. Pelé played 4 World Cups. Maradona played 4. Zidane played 3. Brilliant, era-defining, and still retired from international football well before anyone could ask him for a 6th. None of them outran the calendar. The calendar always wins. Until apparently, it didn't. Messi and Ronaldo both debuted at the same World Cup back in 2006. As teenagers, nobody had fully figured out yet. Then they simply kept showing up. 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, and now, 20 years after they started, they're both still being selected. Not out of sentiment, not out of nostalgia, but because coaching staffs who owed them nothing still picked them on merit. That is the actual record here. Not the goals tally, not the trophies. The fact that 2 different rivals, on 2 different continents, both somehow refused to let their bodies retire on schedule. Here's the twist. Most fans miss completely. Staying good enough is not the hard part. Staying relevant enough, 6 separate times, to 6 different coaching staffs, each one under zero obligation to pick a name from a previous era, is the actual filter almost everyone fails. Reputation does not pick a squad. Current form does. Whether you personally prefer Messi or Ronaldo is completely irrelevant to this conversation. The record does not care about your loyalty, and frankly, neither do the 2 men who just broke it. This isn't a history lesson either. This is happening in real time, in this exact tournament. Both players reached 6 within days of each other. 2 decades of being constantly compared, constantly measured against one another, somehow still arriving at the same impossible finish line almost simultaneously. 20 years, 6 tournaments, 2 players, 0 coincidence. And here's a detail that gets buried under all the record talk. This milestone says almost nothing about who is better. It says something far more interesting, that both men solved a problem most elite athletes never even get the chance to face. Not can I win, but can I still be picked? Winning is about 1 tournament. This was about surviving 20 years of scrutiny without ever becoming optional. So the next time someone tells you this is just 2 aging players chasing nostalgia, you'll know better. This isn't nostalgia. Nostalgia doesn't get you picked by a coach who wasn't even born when you made your debut. This is 6 separate generations of football, all agreeing, independently, reluctantly on merit, that these 2 players still belonged on the pitch. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.